All right, let's dive in and talk about artificial intelligence. Now, I know it might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but here's the thing. You have probably used it dozens of times today without even thinking about it. So let's peel back the curtain and see what's really going on.
And I mean it. You are, whether you know it or not, already an expert AI user. Seriously, every single day when you're picking a movie to watch or finding the fastest way to get to work, or even just talking to your smart speaker, you're using AI. This isn't some far-off future idea, it's completely woven into our lives right now.
Just think about your day. When your favorite streaming service suggests a show that you actually end up loving, yep, that's an AI that's learned your taste. When you ask Siri or Alexa about the weather, you are talking to an AI. And how about when your navigation app magically finds a way around a huge traffic jam? You guessed it, AI is doing the heavy lifting. Even the really futuristic stuff, like self-driving cars, it's all powered by these same fundamental ideas.
Okay, so we see AI everywhere, but what's the common thread here? What connects movie suggestions to cars that drive themselves? Let's get right to the core idea behind all of it.
At its heart, artificial intelligence is all about technology that's designed to mimic human smarts. We're talking about giving machines the ability to learn things, to understand what's going on, solve problems, make decisions, and yeah, even get creative. All these things that for the longest time we thought only we could do.
But here's the catch. AI isn't just one single thing. It's better to think of it like a big family of related technologies. So to really understand it, we need to unpack the key members of that family that live under this big AI umbrella.
Okay, so the most important member of this AI family is definitely machine learning. This is where the real learning magic happens. See, instead of a developer writing code for every single possible scenario, they just feed an algorithm a ton of data and let it figure out the patterns and make predictions all by itself. It learns from experience.
And if we go one level deeper inside machine learning, we find something even more powerful: deep learning. This stuff uses what are called multi-layered neural networks, which are basically digital systems that are loosely modeled on how our own brains are wired. This structure lets it chew through incredibly complex stuff like images, sound, and language. It's the engine behind so many of the biggest AI breakthroughs we're seeing today.
So, to wrap your head around it, just picture it like this. Artificial intelligence is the big, broad field. Machine learning is a huge, important slice of that field. And deep learning is an even more specialized, powerful part of machine learning. Each one is a subset of the other. Now, all this amazing foundational tech has led us to the breakthrough that is making all the headlines right now: generative AI. This isn't just an update, it's the revolution that we are all living through at this very moment.
You see, unlike the AI of the past that could only analyze things, generative AI is a creator. It uses those super powerful deep learning models we just talked about to generate brand new, totally original content. So every time you use a tool like ChatGPT to help write an email, or another tool to create a crazy image from just a few words, you're tapping into the power of generative AI.
And while this all feels like it happened overnight, it's really been decades in the making. I mean, the dream started way back in 1950 with Alan Turing. For years, progress came in these big, dramatic milestones, like in '97, when a computer beat the world's best chess player. Then things really started to speed up, like in 2016 when AI conquered Go, which is a way, way more complex game. Each one of those steps was laying the groundwork for the explosion of large language models that we saw in 2022.
So how does it actually do that? Well, you can kind of boil it down to a three-step dance. First, a massive foundation model gets trained on an unbelievable amount of data. We're talking a huge chunk of the entire internet. Then, that model gets fine-tuned for a specific job, like answering questions. And finally, it generates content and actually gets better and better over time based on the feedback we give it.
Okay, so we have this incredibly powerful technology, but what does it actually do? What's the point? Let's shift gears from the theory and look at the real-world impact AI is having right now.
The benefits are already huge. AI is amazing at automating all those boring, repetitive tasks, which frees us humans up to do more creative and strategic thinking. It can crunch numbers like nothing else to help us make smarter, data-driven decisions. It helps cut down on costly human errors, and hey, unlike us, it can work 24/7 without a coffee break. It can even take on dangerous jobs, keeping people out of harm's way.
And this isn't just theoretical. This is happening now, across every industry. In customer service, you're probably already talking to AI chatbots. In the world of finance, AI is sniffing out fraud before it even happens. In marketing, it's personalizing the ads you see. And in manufacturing, it can even predict when a machine is about to break down, which saves a ton of time and money.
But of course, this kind of rapid progress doesn't come for free. This incredible technology brings with it some major challenges and some really important ethical questions that we absolutely have to face as we move forward.
And these risks are serious. An AI is only as smart as the data you feed it. So if you give it biased data, you're going to get biased results. It's that simple. The models themselves can be attacked or stolen, and beyond just the tech, there are these massive questions about ethics and the law. Things like privacy, fairness, and how we stop these systems from just making existing social inequalities even worse. And this makes one thing crystal clear. Figuring out the future of AI isn't just a job for the tech wizards. It has to be a global conversation. We need developers, users, governments, and ethicists, everyone, to have a seat at the table so we can build the right guardrails for this technology.
So as we look to the future, there's one last crucial distinction we need to make. Everything we have today, from Siri to the most advanced generative AI, is considered narrow AI. It's incredibly good at the one specific task it was built for. But that's it. The long-term dream, or for some, the fear, is strong AI, also known as artificial general intelligence. That would be a machine that could think, learn, and adapt across any task, just like a person. But for now, that is purely the stuff of science fiction.
And this leaves us with what is maybe the most important question of all. As this technology gets exponentially smarter and more tangled up in our society, the real challenge for all of us is to guide it. So how do we make sure that the incredible power of AI actually works for everyone, safely and fairly? That's the big conversation that's going to define our future.